Hey, welcome to Random Family Vlogs. I usually make my son do this sort of thing, but this trampoline has given me such a headache. I thought I should share some information with the rest of the world because I don't ever want anyone to have to rethread the thing 3 times like me. So we miraculously found a trampoline at a local Dick's store. Hooray, we're excited. They all got sold out after COVID, and we found one. So we were trying to put it up, and this lovely net here you see. This is our 3rd time restringing it because the instructions are about as clear as mud. So let me give you a few pointers to avoid some of the mistakes we made. Number 1 is make sure you zip the zipper before you start to attach the net because otherwise it will be split apart and never zip up again. So zip the zipper first. Another tip is the net has all of these little I need to turn the camera around. Can I do that? Has these little threads in them, little holes. Let me get a different spot so you can see it better. There you go. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole. Unless I'm doing this wrong again, you do not need to thread it through every single hole, just the nearest holes to the little triangles, which are down here. There you go, these handy little triangles there where you're tying it to. You only need to thread it once through each triangle, like this. Pardon my camera ship. There we go. The rope goes down through the triangle. Oh no, did I do that one wrong? I did do that one wrong. Fun for me. Okay, put it down through the triangle and then back up through the threading. Down and up on every other one. We'll see if I can video Abby doing hers so that we can get it right. Well, we'll look and inspect Abby's work here. I'm going to turn my camera around though.
And through here.
Okay.
And then out through this one.
Yep, and through the front,
Down
out through the back,
triangle.
and then down
Pull it tight.
through the triangle like this, and pull it as tight as you can so it comes flush. Otherwise it's not going to make it all the way around. Before, it was not lined up, and it was a big problem. So yes, just a minute, Callie. So down through the triangle here, then you just come up through a hole that will be able to pull it nice and tight, and then down through the next triangle, up and down. Not rocket science, but apparently I do not have a degree in anything close to rocket science because this is our 3rd time around. I also kind of tied the net to these poles just to keep it in the general place it's supposed to be so we can make sure we're not off. Yesterday it was kind of twisted and all off, and there's no way we were going to be able to tighten it. Any other tips, Abby? What other mistakes did we make? Make sure you tie good solid knots. Another tip, we were unsure whether to tie these strings together or tie each one separately to the springs, and we discovered that you should tie each one separately to the little triangles, and it gets its own spot instead of trying to thread the entire thing as one long thread. Maybe that's obvious, but it's nice to think about these things before you start. And we'll show you the finished product and jump away when we're all done, but hopefully those few tips will help keep you from making the same mistakes that I made. Another question I have for the manufacturer, we did not figure out, but maybe it's not a big deal, is whether you thread the thread through the holes like this, like if you were sewing fabric in one side and out the other, or whether you thread it in a hole and down through the bottom, like this, how it just goes behind the bottom. I don't know which one is more secure. You'd think that this bottom might be stronger and more secure, but we've been doing it this other way with getting the top in like this. I don't know if that's more likely to tear because it has fewer layers, or since they're both being pulled down, It's still being pulled on this thick part on the bottom. I don't really know. If you guys know, please leave a comment so that we can figure that one out for any future trampoline net tires. Do something cool.
Mama, see,
Nice hair. Can you spin? Can you bounce on your bum? Bounce on your bum. It'll be slippery.